안녕하세요. 저는 9살 책 읽어주는 루나입니다. 오늘 읽어볼 책은 Mrs. Coney is Sleepy 2탄입니다. 책을 읽을 준비가 되었나요, 친구들? 자, 그렇다면 책을 읽어보도록 하겠습니다. Chapter 2 Mrs. Coney is loony. Good morning, AJ. Mrs. Coney said when I walked into the nurse's office. She had a really soft voice that you can barely hear. Miss Daisy told me you might be sick. I was sick of math, but I didn't tell Mrs. Coney that. I think I have a headache, I said. Mrs. Coney is really pretty, straight brown hair and blue eyes that look like the color of cotton candy yogurt, the kind with no sprinkles. And she is beautiful. And she was wearing a white nurse's uniform. You want to know how beautiful Mrs. Coney is? She looks like this famous movie star when I can't remember her name, but every time my mom says a picture of this movie star, she asks my dad if he thinks she's pretty, and my dad says no, of course not. Then my mom gets mad. Then my dad spent like an hour trying to convince my mom that my mom is just as pretty as the movie star. Mrs. Coney is even prettier than that movie star. I decided that I didn't want to go home anymore. I wanted to stay in the nurse's office with Mrs. Coney. Do you want to go home, AJ? Asked Mrs. Coney. Emily's mom just picked her up. I hope you don't have what she has. Oh, no, I said. I feel a lot better now. Well, if you feel better, you can go back to class, Mrs. Coney said. Can I stay here for a while? I asked, just in case I might have to throw up. Okay, said Mrs. Coney. Sit down on the couch, AJ. There were about 1,100,000 beanie babies all over the couch. I sat down on it. Mrs. Coney asked me what I had for breakfast, what time I went to sleep last night, what I was allergic to, and a bunch of other questions. She sure is a curious lady. Now, to the couch on the wall, there was this poster. It was a cartoon showing a kid who got some food cut in his throat. He's choking. So this other kid comes over and grabs him from behind and whacks him in the stomach. The food goes flying out of the first kid's mouth. It was a cool cartoon. AJ, I have a cure for your headache, Mrs. Coney said. Take this yardstick. I want you to balance it on your nose. Huh? What? Why? Will that help my headache? I asked. AJ, I'm a trained nurse, Mrs. Coney said. I know what I'm doing. I took the yardstick and balanced it on my nose like this, I asked. Very good, Mrs. Coney said. Now I want to get up and hop on one foot while you keep balancing the yardstick. What will that do? I asked. I'm a trained nurse, Mrs. Coney said. Just do it. So I got up and hopped on one foot with the yardstick on my nose. Does your head feel better now? She asked. A little, I guess. I didn't want to say I was better because she'll send me back to class. Good, Mrs. Coney. Now, while you do that, I want you to cluck like a chicken. Huh? I asked. Just cluck. So I clucked like a chicken while I hopped on one foot and balanced the yardstick on my nose. It wasn't really fun at all. It was hard to do. How do you feel now, AJ? Mrs. Coney asked. I think maybe I'm all better, I said. Good. See? I told you I had a cure, said Mrs. Coney. There must be something going around. First Emily and then you. That's two sick kids right there. If 2 kids at the middle school got sick, do you know how many that would be? 4 kids, I said. And what if 2 kids at the high school got sick too? Mrs. Coney asked. How many will that be? I counted on my fingers. 6 kids, I said. That's a lot of 6 kids. That Mrs. Cooney. And what if 2 kids at 10 different schools all got sick at the same time? I thought it over. I counted on my fingers and then I realized something. Hey, this sounds a lot like math, I said. Are you trying to make me do multiplication? Why would I do that? Mrs. Cooney asked. I'm a trained nurse. Now, just to make sure you are all better, I'd like you to blow up this balloon rabbit on your head and sing Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar? I hate the song. I feel fine now, Mrs. Cooney said. I think I'd better get back to class, thank you. Happy to be of service, she said. Mrs. Cooney sure was weird, but as I walked out of the nurse's office, I realized something else. When I grow up, I want to marry Mrs. Cooney. 자, 이렇게 2탄이 끝났습니다. 다음 탄이 보고 싶다면 구독, 좋아요, 알림 설정을 꾹 눌러주세요. 그렇다면 지금까지 책 읽어주는 루나였습니다. 안녕.